Developing scientific knowledge and language competences through the Goerudio project. The presentation is based on the findings and outcomes of a European project, the Goerudio project, as it was implemented by the EuroAid Foundation in Iasi, Romania. The Goerudio project starts from the challenges that European educational systems face in terms of learning and teaching science. Students' lack of motivation and interest in science, and school teachers' inability to find innovative teaching methods. The project has been trying to find a solution, and the solution is the setting up of a learning community of European teachers and students whose aims have been to stimulate students' motivation to learn science, to analyze the teaching and learning of scientific issues and experiences, to identify and understand the main difficulties encountered when learning or teaching science, to share their most effective experiences and promote an inquiry-based, interactive and amusing approach to the understanding of science. The outcomes of the main outcome of the Goerudio project has been the Goerudio model. A Goerudio model is based on similarities between two items from different fields. So the models compare the two items, one that is less familiar, that is the scientific concept, and one that is familiar, coming from everyday life the students are familiar with. Examples of models: classes of the periodic table to human families, electric current to water flow, chemical equation to a recipe, inertia to everyday routine. Students use familiar information to explain unfamiliar information, and thus they build knowledge by integrating new information in their previous knowledge base. Students analyze and evaluate the Goerudio model, and thus their learning is based on understanding the concepts and becomes very personal and integrative, being based on what was previously learned. Goerudio models make new concepts easier to understand, easier to visualize, to remember, and therefore more plausible and retainable in the minds of the students. The Goerudio educational models have been further used in a CLIL program where students have developed not only their knowledge and understanding of the world, but also their language competences. They had to work on the Goerudio educational models through the medium of a second and a foreign language. The students move from everyday talk to academic speech, from lower order talk to higher order talk. The CLIL program offers them opportunities and challenges to hypothesize, to analyze and evaluate the content. What have been the most demanding areas? Vocabulary, instruction verbs, or time connectors. In terms of vocabulary, the students have been provided with words specific to the subject the students study, and general academic vocabulary related to location, structure, type, cause, and effect. In terms of grammar structures, the students have used substitutions tables which provide them with support and scaffolding, thus allowing students to concentrate on the concept. The topics were chosen following two criteria: reinforcement, revision of topics dealt with in the mother tongue, that is in Romanian, and development of new topics in the second language, English. The students were familiarized with the topic. They had already studied it in Romania. Then the chemistry, physics, biology and English teachers introduced all the specific words necessary to speak about that particular topic in English. In the CLIL program, the teachers had to provide the students with solid language support for the thinking processes, and students said that they felt safe when being supported by scaffolding devices such as writing or speaking frames. The teachers and students who participated in the project highly appreciated the Goerudio models as exercises in creativity. One of them said, "I believe teaching science through Goerudio models has changed my teaching. I have noticed how much it has enhanced my students' motivation to learn chemistry. Active learning makes knowledge lasting. It helps students get meaning out of their education. Science classes are full of abstract concepts which are difficult to understand. Goerudio models help students understand them by relating them to their everyday experiences." Teachers said that through combining the Goerudio model with the CLIL program, they have enhanced their students' motivation. So students have been involved in interesting and meaningful activities using the language. And language learning applies to what is going on in the classroom, and therefore it satisfied immediate needs. Thank you very much.